So if you want to understand what's going on in the world of shadowy governments, in the world of politics, economics, secret societies, anything to do with uncovering the machinations of this Euclidean meat space reality, there is one book above all, one book to rule them all. Sounds like a pitch for the Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Books. This is the Lord of the Books. This is called The Secret Teachings of All Ages. It is a book by Manly P. Hall, who was a 33rd degree Mason, and basically means that he'd attained this title where he was basically the GOAT when it came to esoteric knowledge, history, philosophy, and understanding of everything that goes on in the world. And The Secret Teachings of All Ages talks about many of the occulted sciences. And all that means occulted is that which is hidden, things that people are not aware of. Occulted history, occulted knowledge, from Kabbalah to Hermetical sciences, spiritual traditions of the East, the West, all corners of the earth. It is the GOAT in laying the foundation for an understanding of the world's history. Because here's the thing. If you want to know what's coming, if you want to know what the future is going to bring, the best way to do that is to know what has happened in the past. History is prologue. You can't really talk about politics if you don't know what's happened in the last 100 years. If you don't know about what the United States has been involved in, if you don't know about Henry Kissinger, his machinations to take over all the oil, you can't really know what's going on between Israel and Palestine if you don't know about the Nakba, if you don't know about central banks. If you don't know about these things, you probably don't know much about politics, right? You probably don't know much about world affairs at large if you don't know much about the history of the 1,000 years. And there is no better way to understand that than to read a book like The Secret Teachings of All Ages, because it maps out the history, the hidden history, the occulted history. And all the occult means is that which is hidden. For a lot of the fundamentalist Christians out there that get turned off when they hear the word occult, they think it deals with something that's demonic. All it means is things that you're not aware of. It comes from the Latin word occultare, that which is hidden. And much of what goes on in history is not told on mainstream news. Much of what goes on in science is not understood by the scientific community. And this is all occulted knowledge is, that which is hidden. So things like Kabbalah, things like the Hermetical tradition, these deal with occulted knowledge. And this book lays down the history of the last few hundred years, and it also gives you an understanding of the history of the United States of America, the New World Order, which people often speak about, what the purpose of that was initially, how it has gone amok. If you don't understand concepts like Freemasonry, you often find yourself saying things like the Illuminati and you don't really know what it's about. This is where you want to start. Most of the people that speak about these things don't really have any ground understanding of this stuff. They haven't done the work. And you need to do the work. And one of the best ways to start is by reading this book, The Secret Teachings of All Ages. Check it out.